When Mrs. Park turned 75, she began attending more funerals than birthdays. Each month seemed to bring news of another old friend passing, from heart failure, stroke, or simply old age. It weighed on her. Why do so many women stop living before 80? She asked her doctor one day. We take care of everyone our whole lives, but we forget to live long enough for ourselves. Her doctor smiled gently. Most older women don't die because of disease alone. They die because they stop living with intention. But there are women who make it to 90, even 100, and they all share the same secrets. That conversation changed Mrs. Park's life. She wrote those words on a slip of paper and kept it on her refrigerator. Over the next years, she discovered, through experience, not theory, the 5 secrets that helped her body grow older without collapsing under time. The first secret was never stop using your body. After her husband passed, Mrs. Park's days had grown quiet. She spent hours sitting by the window, watching others live their lives. Then, one morning, she read an article about a 92-year-old woman who walked 3 kilometers every day. If she can do it, so can I, she thought. At first, her legs burned, her breath short, her balance uncertain. But within weeks, she noticed a change. Her blood pressure dropped, her appetite improved, and she slept soundly for the first time in years. Movement, her doctor later said, tells your body that you still need it. The moment you stop, your body begins to retire too. So she walked every morning, rain or shine, greeting the neighborhood cats, the sunrise, and the smell of fresh air. The second secret was keep your mind busy with purpose. Many of Mrs. Park's friends had slipped into quiet despair after retirement. My children are grown, my work is done. What's left? They'd say. But Mrs. Park refused to fade into that emptiness. She began tutoring local children for free, teaching them reading and writing. Their laughter filled her small apartment. She learned to use a smartphone so she could send encouraging messages to her grandchildren. She even started journaling about her youth, something her granddaughter later turned into a family memoir. That purpose became fuel. Your brain, she wrote, needs meaning as much as your body needs food. The third secret was protect your emotions like a treasure. Mrs. Park had spent much of her life worrying about her husband's job, her children's future, her health, her finances. But she realized one night, staring at her reflection, that worry had never changed anything. It had only aged her faster. From then on, she practiced what she called emotional housekeeping. If a thought brought pain and no solution, she let it go. She avoided gossip and complaints. She surrounded herself with people who made her laugh. One of her favorite sayings became, I can't control how long I live, but I can control how light my heart feels while I'm here. The fourth secret was eat to stay alive, not just full. Mrs. Park had grown up believing rice was life, but after learning about muscle loss and inflammation, she changed her habits. She added fish, tofu, leafy greens, and fermented foods to her diet. She replaced sugary snacks with fruit and drank green tea instead of soda. Her meals became colorful and simple, the kind of food that healed quietly from within. By 85, her cholesterol was lower than her daughter's. When friends asked her secret, she'd laugh and say, I eat like someone who still plans to wake up tomorrow. The fifth secret was stay connected to others, truly connected. Loneliness, she realized, was more dangerous than any illness. After her friends began passing away, she made a rule: never spend a day without talking to someone. She called neighbors just to ask about their health. She joined a senior dance class where laughter came as easily as the music. Even when her hearing began to fade, she insisted on attending community dinners. I may not catch every word, she'd say, but I catch every smile. By the time she turned 98, Mrs. Park had outlived nearly all her peers. On her 100th birthday, surrounded by children, grandchildren, and even great-grandchildren, she gave a small speech in a trembling but bright voice. I once thought that after 70, life was about waiting for the end, she said. But that was wrong. Life after 70 is about simplifying, keeping what feeds your body, your mind, and your heart, and throwing away the rest. She paused and smiled. Most older women don't live past 80 because they stop listening to their bodies and hearts. They stop laughing, stop moving, stop hoping. But if you keep loving, learning, and letting go, your years will keep coming to you like gifts. That night, as she blew out the candles, her daughter whispered, What's your real secret, Mom? Mrs. Park chuckled softly. I never let the world convince me that I was done living. And as the family sang and clapped around her, she sat tall, her face glowing with peace. A quiet reminder that growing old isn't about how long you survive, but how long you stay alive inside.